for a map.
I will.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Overstood, nigga.
I will. I see you again, and I'm.
Select your hero.
I will.
Did Josh let him get his clothes? Nah. Kick that nigga out the crib just like these. Nigga, walk around in your drawers, nigga. Shit crazy, bruh. TK Greg gonna start streaming right now? You only hear when it's drama? No, nigga. You only hear when it's drama, bitch. Look at this. Nigga, you only hear when it's drama, nigga. Following me for 4 years, this your first message. You only hear when it's drama, nigga. Come on, bro. What's up with you, bro? What you talking about, nigga? Nigga say you only hear when it's drama, nigga. No, you only hear when it's drama, nigga. What is you talking about? Anyways, what's up, Gabs? Hello. All right, so I'm.
5, 4, 3.
Longtime Xbox executives Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond are out.
Stop the payload. Stop it.
Anna checking in.
Play of the game.
Xbox promoting former AI executive Asha Sharma to Spencer's former Microsoft Gaming CEO role. Welcome to Inside Games Cast, the only newsy podcast brave enough to realize that if you spend almost $70 billion on an acquisition, you better get results.
Yeah, and I guess now we know exactly how long Microsoft's patience is for those results to land. I guess about 2 years, maybe 3. And like Bruce said, this is, I guess, Inside Games Cast, a bit different than we usually handle news stories since this is such a big topic. First, we're going to cover the news like we always do, and then we're going to discuss the implications a little more at length than usual. You know, that's our typical format, but we're going to get into it today because there's a lot of angles to talk about here. So get a snack. We got some yapping to do, but let's cover the news right at the top here.
Let's do it. Former Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer announced his retirement last Friday, ending his 38-year tenure as a Microsoft employee. That's reported by IGN.
Former Xbox president Sarah Bond, long considered to be Spencer's heir apparent to the CEO title, has also departed Microsoft.
Yeah, instead, Microsoft appointed Microsoft Core AI president Asha Sharma as the new Microsoft Gaming CEO.
Former Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty has been promoted to Chief Content Officer.
Oh boy, guess what, Lawrence? There's already drama. I mean, it makes sense. There's a big shakeup. Writing for The Verge, Tom Warren reports that these announcements were not meant to go out last Friday and that plans were rushed due to IGN's reporting on the matter. So actually, the announcements were supposed to go out today, the day we're doing this podcast, according to The Verge.
Yeah, that would have been a lot nicer for our news cycle. I thought it was planned. Usually you land tawdry news at the end of the week so that, people like us don't have a lot of time to ruminate on it before the weekend. There is circumstantial evidence to show that Sarah Bond's departure wasn't entirely planned or maybe even amicable.
For starters, Phil Spencer, Asha Sharma, Matt Booty, and Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella all had statements prepared for the event, which were sent to Microsoft employees and then posted in full by IGN.
Now, Bond, however, did not send an internal message. She instead posted a message on LinkedIn the following day.
It's really interesting. The message is about as diplomatic as you'd expect, with Sarah Bond saying that she's, quote, decided this is the right time for me to take my next step, both personally and professionally, in addition to celebrating her former coworkers and gassing up Sharma a bit.
Yeah, all classy maneuvers, but still it's a bit odd that it kind of deviated from everyone else that was involved with this. Warren also points out that Bond's social media team posted an innocuous message soliciting responses to an accessibility survey on LinkedIn just hours before this news hit. And that doesn't really seem like a thing that would happen if today's the day that you're leaving the company.
Vote for your map.
That's a really good point. The Verge attributes Bond's hurried exit to the failed, quote, this is an Xbox marketing campaign, which confused customers and apparently offended Xbox employees.
Yeah, people really liked pointing and laughing at that, even though I kind of got it. I thought it was pretty elegant in saying where they were taking the brand, but I think most people didn't want the brand to go that way. Yeah, the report from The Verge also claims that many Microsoft employees found Bond difficult to work with, while simultaneously praising her ability to strike partnerships with corporate partners. I don't know, this report has seemingly put a lot of negativity on Bond's head, which I don't think is quite fair. I think any executive, if you disagree with them, is going to be difficult to work with. But of course, I didn't work there and I don't know the peculiarities, but still, some of these phrases...
Always climb, never fall. They wouldn't last 5 minutes on the rack.
More field research. Grand. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pick up your feet, you drongos.
The milk of unlocked.
Stop lagging about and get over here! My ultimate ability starts.
Let's go teach him a lesson, Dorothy. That'd be handy.
Yawning dust.
Always hit my mark. Looking good.
Flashpoint.
Turn the objective there!
Back on my feet. Back my hold.
Unlocks in 10 seconds.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Can't be
The
stopped.
point is vulnerable. Let him take it. Careful, we're outnumbered. The enemy at... Progress to the next point. Team to me.
Unlocks in 10 seconds. Flashpoint unlocked.
The point is vulnerable. Let's take it.
Think I need a new strat.
There is beauty.
Can't miss.
Victory. Play of the game. Epic.
I'm like, well, that could apply to everybody.
100%. Sarah Bond's departure may have come as a surprise, but The Verge reports that Spencer's retirement has been in the works for a while now. Phil Spencer reportedly took a long vacation about a year ago, kicking off rumors of his retirement that Microsoft eventually had to deny. And I remember this. People were like, Phil Spencer retiring? And everyone's like, no, he's not going anywhere.
Our new gaming overlord, Microsoft Gaming's CEO Asha Sharma, is a bit of a question mark. We don't really know what to make of her just yet.
She doesn't have any background in gaming or entertainment. This is something I've seen the internet been debating all weekend. Instead, having served as the VP of Product and Engineering at Meta and the COO of Instacart before that.
Yeah, bouncing around. The thing that bugs me a little bit is that her tenure at any of her previous companies is never longer than 4 years. That's not uncommon for corporate America. You typically have to bounce around a lot and always be hiring up because of the power of your resume. But that means we can't get any kind of sense of how her strategies or long-term execution plays out at any of the companies she's worked for.
So all we have to go on is the internal memo she sent to Microsoft employees, which focuses on 3 commitments. Lawrence, what are those?
Yeah, the first she writes are great games, and she voices a lot of confidence in Matt Booty to deliver those great games.
That's great. Asha Sharma said, quote, Matt Booty understands the craft and the challenges of building great games, has led teams that deliver award-winning work, and has earned the trust of game developers across the industry. I've been able to speak to Matt Booty a number of times personally. He is a fantastic individual, at least according to the conversations I had with him. Seemed very keyed in to Xbox, so I'm excited for him to do that.
Second, she also promises the return of Xbox. without really specifying what that means beyond a recommitment to core Xbox fans and players.
Asher Sharma simultaneously describes a renewed commitment to Xbox consoles while also promising a seamless Xbox experience across PC, mobile, and cloud.
Sure is fun telling people what they want to hear, isn't it? Yeah. Finally, Sharma commits to the, quote, future of play that will involve new business models. And that's the phrase that starts alarms ringing in my head.
Me too. She doesn't say what those models will be, only that they will not milk and monetize their existing IP. She also pledges to not chase...
Need to rethink some things. Let's try something different. Objective lost. Stop the payload. Phew, they're good. Guess I gotta be better.
We should... We are outnumbered.
Welcome to
think I need a new strat.
I'm making waves out here.
It's not about how fast you reach the top. It's about the route you take.
Enemy discovered.
I'm on fire! We've got to stop that payload! Move together! I will keep you safe! My ultimate is ready!
Reverse the time!
Well, I always have room to grow.
60 seconds remaining.
Stop the payload, right?
Looking good. That'll hold.
We have to stop the payload.
Bring on the burn!
Sun's up, everyone.
The payload is approaching its destination. 60 seconds.
Fire!
Got another chance. No way I'm wasting it.
Team
It was all of them! I'm as Earthshatter, ready!
Defeat. Game. Epic.
To see justice done is its own reward.
I don't give a fuck, bro. You lost. Why the fuck do I care if you get goddamn voted for? You're delusional. It's not even lame. It's just like sad. It's fucking sad at this point. God damn, it's sad as fuck at this point. You're bigging yourself up for losing. Good job, buddy. And you're trying to teach me a lesson. The lesson is what? We're gonna keep on fucking with you in every video game until you, I don't know, whatever? No. There is no lesson, bro. It's your ass and I'm not. Super fucking simple.
Short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop.
A great thing to hear. Let's hope that it stays true or that it materializes in any meaningful way. She concludes her note by evoking a return to, quote, the renegade spirit that built Xbox in the first place. I never really thought of Xbox as that renegade, but I guess, again, it's one of those fun things to hear when you're stepping into a role and have nothing but potential in front of you. And that about wraps up the news. I mean, there's a ton more small details to dive into, but I kind of want to focus more on the big picture, at least when we start just kind of talking generally about it. So the easiest thing to do now is to pass judgment. Now that the era has passed, how do we feel about Spencer's run as an executive?
Man, oh man. I was talking about this, and the more that I thought about his run as an executive, he got hired in 1988 for Microsoft. That's a long time to be at one company. And I truly do think, even now, after the acquisition and Game Pass and all that stuff, I really do think Phil Spencer was the right man for the job. It's too bad that in the last 5 to 10 years or so, things really started to go the way of Microsoft. The company, Satya Nadella, needed money from them right away. And I think that was I think that was the beginning of the end for Phil Spencer. Because once he sort of started working on Xbox after Don Matrick, I really do think he was doing all the right things. He was saying all the right things, but truly the moves he were making were good. And he does know Microsoft from the inside out. He'd been there almost 40 years. That's the kind of guy you really do want at the head of, especially of a gaming department, is somebody who clearly cares about the company, clearly cares about games. It seems like he was the right guy. And we've given him a lot of shit over the years here on Inside Games. But generally speaking, I do think he was doing a good job, and Game Pass and that Activision acquisition, that was it. Those were the bad moves, and it's most likely because Microsoft was like, we need more money and we need it right now from you, Phil.
I think so too, and even with that mandate, I'm sure that his mandate was always to make money. As any department under Microsoft must. But yeah, at every step in the way, what I saw from him in his decision making was a customer conscious drive to offer value, and hopefully through value would achieve his goals, versus, I don't know, through strong arming or creating more closed garden ecosystems. What I see in retrospect, and I think this is a bit unfair, I see a lot of people needling Phil Spencer for not retroactively being successful with everything he did, which I guess is fair. You know, if you're going to be the CEO of one of the biggest companies and you've got the budget and you've got the talent and you've got the people and you are the guy, it is your job to do that. But mostly I see a lot of dissatisfaction with him for not making Halo great.
Is mine to master. I need healing now. They are attacking the
Payload's on the move. Let's stop it.
Eyes on the sky! Laying down the law.
Didn't feel it. Try again.
Stop the payload from moving.
Raid!
Payload's on the move. Let's stop it.
Wet in my edges.
Stop the payload from moving.
Toughed up, huh?
Payload's on the move. Let's stop it.
The payload has reached.
That melody!
Taking duty and ready over there.
Over here!
Payload's moving.
目の鍵爪を解き放て
Numbs the pain.
Eyes on the sky!
Letting the payload.
Corner of fire's gone.
Don't let that payload move any farther.
Helden sterben nicht.
Another run at the cycle of violence. Play of the game. Vote for your map. Now arriving at Ilios.
Hello.
The objective is now active.